Hello, dear ones. Happy Fitness Friday. Yesterday, I showed you the exercise tools I'm currently using. Today, I'm telling you what I'm doing with them and, more importantly, why. This video is part informational and part storytelling, so buckle in. I'm going to do my best, though, to get through this video perfectly and clearly, but let's be real. I'm human. Let's get into it. Last night, I said weight training after 60 is essential for strong muscles and bones and to prevent falls later. That's true, but I want to go even deeper than that today because research behind why I do this is something every woman over 60 deserves to know. There's a condition that affects over 70% of women going through and after menopause. Medical researchers at the University of Central Florida and Duke University recently gave it a formal name, the musculoskeletal syndrome of menopause. It includes bone loss, muscle loss, joint pain, and tendon issues. And it can be silent, devastating, and permanent unless we address it before it happens. I learned about this risk in my early 40s. I didn't wait for symptoms. I started preparing. When I shifted to a raw, organic, plant-based way of eating several years ago, I ramped everything up because I understood that what I eat and how I move work together. Neither one enough is alone. So here is the lower body weight training routine I'm currently doing, dear ones. 3 movements, 1 10-pound weighted bar, 1 pair of 5-pound dumbbells, a foam barbell pad that makes many exercises possible, and as shown in yesterday's short, weightlifting gloves that keep my hands from callousing. Here are my exercises. The deadlift. This is the foundational movement. Both hands on the bar, hips back, spine neutral, drive through the floor to stand. It loads the spine and hips in exactly the way the bone needs to maintain and rebuild density after menopause. The research on this is not subtle. It is one of the most evidence-supported exercises for postmenopausal bone health in the lumbar spine and femoral neck. These are the bones most likely and easily to fracture. In fact, an endocrinologist specializes in women in postmenopause who I interviewed for a client confirmed this. I was like, wait, what? My flabber was gasted. So this is how I can protect those areas of my body. The good morning. A light dumbbell on each shoulder, a gentle hinge forward from the hips. This targets the spinal erectors, the muscles that run the length of your spine and keep you upright. Research on postmenopausal women specifically shows that stronger back extensors reduce the forward rounding of the upper spine that can develop after 60. I want to stand tall for the rest of my life, and I couldn't be more serious about that because this automatic bending over thing that happens at this age is just weird. This exercise is part of how I stay standing tall. The sumo squat. Wide stance, toes out, bar across my upper back cushioned by my foam barbell pad. This one targets the inner thighs and hip stabilizers, the muscles most directly linked to fall prevention. Research confirms that hip stabilizer strength declines faster than primary mover strength with age, and that weakness here is directly connected to the kind of lateral falls that cause hip fractures. And as an aside, but a pretty important one, what motivated me to undertake exercises specifically to strengthen all the structures around my hip is my late late father's terror, absolute terror of falling and fracturing his hips, which research shows can have far worse outcomes for men. I got to watch that terror in real time. Now here's something else. Dr. Viveta Lobo, a board-certified emergency medicine physician, recently shared research on social media showing that resistance training doesn't just protect the body, it protects the brain. Researchers found that lifting weights significantly improves executive function and global cognition. The science is clear on why. Lifting weights increases a protein in your brain that powers memory, clear thinking, and your brain's ability to keep growing and adapting. It raises dopamine sensitivity and increases prefrontal cortex activity. Every cognitive system that helps you focus, recover from stress, and make clear decisions gets stronger when you lift weights as heavy as you can. I'm 62. I'm building a stronger body and sharper mind at the same time with these 3 exercises and more. This is intentional, it is progressive, but it's never punishing. And this is just part 1 of my series. I will share part 2 and 3 over the next 2 weeks. The movement and fitness content I share reflects my personal routine and what works for my specific body. Please consult your healthcare professionals before making any changes to your own fitness routine. Research citations in the video description. Until next time, be well, dear ones.